Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Definition, and it's continuing to be a big week for DC fans, with the internet now getting new leaks and plot details on the upcoming film Birds of Prey. Throughout this video I'm going to be going over everything we know so far about the DC movie, as well as what could potentially happen in it. There will be heavy spoilers here, and though all leaks like this should be taken with a grain of salt, there are potentially movie ruining reveals, so if you don't want the film spoiled, then I highly suggest that you turn off now. With that out of the way, I just want to give a huge thank you for clicking this video. Now let's get into our breakdown of the Birds of Prey plot leaks. Okay, so this comes from the DCEU leaks thread on Reddit, namely user DRF22. They posted quite a substantial leak on the entire movie, and this covers pretty much the full plot. The user said that the film opens on Cassandra Cain, who is poor and lives on the streets. Cain is constantly stealing for her family, and after doing it so long, she's pretty good at it. In the film, she steals a diamond from a flamboyant underground kingpin known as Black Mask, who runs multiple businesses and several nightclubs. Cain is quickly hunted by the villain, and she ends up on the run. Eventually, whilst doing this, she encounters Harley Quinn, who has recently split with the Joker and was kicked out of the house. Harley has a lot of fun with Cassandra, and they go out and buy food for Harley's hyena. During all of this, Black Mask, aka Roman Sionis, has his goons constantly after them, and this makes for some big action set pieces. The second act follows Huntress, who is an assassin that works for Black Mask. She's sent out to kill Cassie Cain and Harley Quinn, however on her mission she learns that Roman is the reason that her family is dead. She goes completely off and turns on Sionis, attempting to kill him, and after she fails, she too goes on the run. Huntress really wants to kill Black Mask, and her only shot at doing this is through Cassandra Cain, who she knows the villain is after. Dinah Lance, a retired vigilante and a singer for Roman, hears about the diamond and steps out of retirement in order to save Cassandra from the villain. Renee Montoya notices the rise in killings in Gotham and decides to do some work on her own. She knows that the GCPD won't be able to stop a kingpin as big as Roman, and she takes matters into her own hands. Since Black Canary, Huntress and Renee are all after the same girl, they all come together at some point, and Roman gets a mask, but it only covers half of his face, and the mask itself is an art piece. For the final act, the Birds of Prey is formed, and at this point they have a lot more of Roman's goons after them. Cassandra Cain ends up being retrieved by Roman, and the Birds of Prey and Renee Montoya have to join together in order to get her back. This is apparently the reshoots that they were doing, and it just fleshes out the plot a bit more. In the finale, Roman is defeated, but he's set up for a potential sequel, and the ending twist is that the whole fuss about the diamond was that it is actually a gay sex tape that has Roman's pics on it. The user also posted a list of other notable leaks, including the kill count in this movie is ridiculous, the BOP has no problem killing at all. Huntress is very sarcastic, similar to Jessica Jones, and she gets her mask and costume in the film. Most of the Birds of Prey have worked for Roman or have known him in some other way, and most importantly, Black Mask kind of runs everything in Gotham. Roman is entirely cold-blooded and has no remorse for anyone. He happily kills women, men and children in the movie, all in his quest to retain power. And that concludes all of the plot leaks that we have. The user does say that the movie is bonkers and chaotic, but that it's a lot of fun. Now personally, if these leaks do turn out to be true, I think the movie sounds pretty standard and almost just sort of like a rehash of the Suicide Squad with a new lick of paint. Whilst I did enjoy that film as a guilty pleasure, I'm not sure that I'm open to sitting through another version of it which revolves around tracking down a gay sex tape. I'm not homophobic or anything, I just think it seems like a really weird plot device for a comic book movie, and if it was a straight sex tape then yeah, I'd definitely think the same thing as well. I think that if this is the real storyline of the film, then DC, they just need to sort out their identity crisis, excuse the pun there comic book fans, and decide what kind of movies they want to make. We have seen that the Joker and upcoming Batman movies are going off in completely new directions, and this kind of seems to be undoing all of that, instead focusing on some pretty dumb elements. I mean, it's great that we are getting the critically acclaimed Joker film, but then to constantly be rehashing things that a lot of fans hated, such as the Squad's outings, seems, I don't know, like a waste of time really. Now, as always, this is purely down to the execution of the film, and if the tone about the sex tape is right, then this could easily be up there with the rest of the better films in the DC slate. Potentially. Potentially, I must stress that. As of now though, this hasn't really got me excited for the movie, and if anything, I'm kind of thinking that this will be a dud. It all remains to be seen, but personally, I would have thought that the company would have been focused on their new direction, rather than constantly reminding us of some of its poorer received films. Now obviously, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and if you disagree with me or not. Let me know if this has made you more excited for the film, or if you are expecting better. Comment below as always, and if you enjoyed this video then please like it, and make sure you check out my full breakdown of the casting news that Jeffrey Wright will be Commissioner Gordon in the upcoming Batman movie. I go over the announcement and give my thoughts on it, so make sure you check it out after this if you want something else to watch. If you want to come chat to me about movies, TV shows, games and comic books, then make sure you follow me on Twitter at DefinitionYT. It's the best way to get in touch with me, and it's the perfect place to suggest new videos and topics, so hopefully I'll see you over there after this. Also, just want to let you know that we're currently giving away Spider-Man Far From Home on Blu-ray, and all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is to like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts on Birds of Prey in the comment section below. The winner will be chosen at random on October the 15th, so best of luck to everyone who takes part. This is a channel for people who are super into superheroes, so if that's the kind of thing you like, hit subscribe. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Definition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.